and also pleased with lockdown. GTV Africa Services crew are on the streets to hear views of Nigerians in Abuja. I am Gbemiga Olamikon. Join me and listen to what Abuja residents have for you.
And then, but the issue of locking down the system, I think it will create more hardship. Because the first lockdown, we knew what we passed through. Most people couldn't see their daily bread, like artisan, like mason, and this carpenters, people that can go to sites, they were not able to feed. We see people begging on telly, begging on radio, families that were getting their daily bread, begging people, help us, we don't have food to eat. So I think COVID has come, like normal malaria, we should try to prevent ourselves from being contacted. And then awareness should be created the more. Not shutting down the system, because shutting down the system again is like Nigeria is no more. That is my opinion.
Sir, now that federal government said okay, the school should resume, and then they were planning, they haven't any plan that the lockdown should come again. What do you think about the educational system in the country, sir?
You see, it will be in shambles because already, you see, ASU strike has been ongoing before. I think, if I'm not mistaken, before the issue of COVID came in. The students in the universities were already at home. Now, our school children, the little ones, were also kept at home because of the COVID. Now, for the government to now say, okay, we want to shut down schools again, it's like a total shutdown of the whole system. You see, the effect is still on us. So we can treat, when Ebola came, like the issue of Ebola, when Ebola came, awareness was created and we overcame it. So I'm believing that if government will put in effort, like trying to educate people the more, educate the owners of schools, especially private schools, to ensure that they adhere to the guidelines of COVID, we'll overcome it, surely overcome it, since there are preventive measures.
Thank you very much, sir. Sir, lastly, before we let you go, sir, can you just tell us, how do you feel this, how do you celebrate your Christmas now, sir?
Yes, we can see, most of us, we celebrated in a low key. One, because of the effect of COVID-19, no more celebration. We are afraid of gathering, and then the economy generally is in trouble because people don't have money. Because since the COVID is still there, the lockdown is still in force. Because we say that the lockdown is still in force because nothing is happening. You can see contractors were managing to resume back to work on this on this thing before the issue now is coming up. So you see, we didn't enjoy the Christmas, but we thank God that there's life. Most of us that are heading, even though we don't have money, we thank God for life.
Thank you very much, sir.
Yes.
Once again, can you tell us your name, sir?
My name is John Bashi. Yes. Thank you very much.
Shorts.
What did this one do? This one did nothing.
This one. Assalamu alaikum. What's up?
Wa alaikum assalam wa rahmatullah.
Sir, can we meet you, sir?
My name is Sani Halilu. I represent a media platform and I run a humanitarian services within the metropolitan.
Sir, thank you very much, sir. Sir, as you can see now, the federal government of Nigeria are planning of second phase of lockdown, sir. How do you think it will affect our economy? And then the first one that we faced, then it affected us one way or the other, sir. What do you think? What is your opinion now, sir?
Well, good morning to my Nigerian people. My message to the federal government is, one, we are almost getting to a year at the first phase of COVID-19. where we have many challenges around the globe and within the country. I think if the government can really, come on board to look into the problem of the Nigerian people, and the other side of the disease that is around us, I think there are issues that are really not healthy matters, because there are restrictions within the economy. Some people are being chased out of the street, without giving any, alternatives for them to survive. And the closure of the schools, I think it is not helping matters, because our children are just back to their parents, doing nothing, engaging in a kind of criminalities that is, that will not be helpful to the Nigerian, development. So I think if the Nigerian government can stand to the COVID-19 disease, and see to the Nigerian plight, give them palliatives, reach them, stop just, making a kind of delegation. You should be monitoring, because sometimes we used to have an intervention. Look at what the minister has just said. She has forgiven the Nigerian people because she was being accused of diverting the palliatives. It was later when the NSAS came on board, the people, knowing that there are palliatives within them, they went and broke, all the silos. So I think it was later she forget all those that accused her. So I think if Nigerian government can, do the needfuls, I think we won't have any challenges around us.
Thank you very much, sir. Secondly, sir, this resumption of the team, sir, you said it will affect Nigeria one way or the economy. What do you think? What is the way forward?
Well, economically, there are no development within the pandemic, because some governmental activities were being, shortchanged, were being curtailed. Some workers were being asked to remain home, and schools were being closed. So there are a kind of, gap between the citizen and those in leadership, because one, there are barriers, because one, if you are sorry, you have it been, announced that people should, the grade level 11 downward should remain home, and for almost a week, for almost 1 month and a week. So I think if the government can at least, allow them to intermingle with, all the protocols, it's better, because people doesn't like to remain home, because an idle mind is a devil workshop. That is my message too.
Thank you very much, sir. Once again, can we know your name, sir?
My name is Sani Halilu. I represent a media platform, and I run a humanitarian service within the metropolitan city, Abuja.
Thank you very much, sir.
Thank you very much.
Yes, I can. Sir.
My name is James Danjuma Musa.
Sir, can you tell us what the federal government is planning of locking down in the second phase of this? I don't know. How do you think it will affect
But for my own, it can't be possible for my own side, because the reason why the first one they do, government are not helping matter. Many people, they are in lockdown now. They can't recover what they lose that time. Even me and myself, I'm the one lose my many things. Now I'm working stranded. I don't have anything because of that lockdown. If that's the second one going to be happen now, going to create a Nigeria problem. As for now.
Now, thank you very much. You said it affects you one way or the other, sir.
Yes.
Now, do you think the coronavirus is a scam, or what do you think?
The coronavirus, but I can't say, because up to today, I don't even see one of it when I know. Talk to say I approve, I agree, this is what happened. But for my own thinking, I think maybe they want to take we, especially we Nigeria, to play a politics or to play a game for us. Because throughout this year, nothing we poor men will achieve for this lockdown, for this coronavirus. Because the reason why they will say, the way this lockdown issue coming out, especially people for village, we are facing many challenges. So if we are going to continue this lockdown again, I don't think people that will obey government for now.
This resumption of school, how do you think the resumption of higher institutions, sir? How do you think it will affect Nigeria students, sir?
I tell them maybe government they can produce what they promise us to produce for to protect the student. For my own thinking and my own see it, nothing can be happen like that.
The economy, how do you think it will affect the masses?
The masses have already affected the masses now, because most of people, as I tell you as early as possible, I tell you many people now they lose their job. Now people now, you can't, if you want see all these streets as many people they are African, they are looking for work doing. No, because that time they locked down, their business stopping. No, everywhere you looking what to eat. So it don't already affect the masses. As far as I tell you, even me myself, I'm losing most of my business. So because of those things, but this thing don't already affect all of us now.
Thank you very much.
Yeah, you're welcome.
Your name again?
It's James Danjuma Musa.
Thank you very much.
You're welcome.
TD Elijah.
Sir, the federal government is planning of locking down the whole entire Nigeria at once, sir. Now, what do you think what is your own opinion, sir?
My own opinion, personally, the truth is that the best thing to happen to Nigeria is to go into lockdown, because we don't take this serious here. COVID-19 is real. We have to abide by law to save our people. This is killing people so much. To me, it's the best thing that will happen to us is to go into lockdown.
But now, if we go on lockdown again, sir, how didn't you think that the economy of Nigeria will come down and then?
It's not only Nigeria, it's all over the world. The whole economy of the world is crumbling down. It's not Nigeria. If it is a portion of the continent or another country, you can say yes, this is they are dealing with a specific problem. But this is a global phenomenon. So we have to learn how to prepare ourselves for such kind of impact. We are not prepared as an Africa. But the truth is that COVID-19 is real.
Thank you very much. Sir, before you go, sir, lastly, the resumption of school, that the federal government said the students should resume now, and you said they should lock down the entire country. How do you feel, and what is your own opinion?
How do you go to school when you are not alive? It's people who are alive that goes to school. So you have to be first being alive for you to go to school, actually. So if there's a death somewhere and you want to go and take it, and it's because you want to go to school, no. They should exercise patience with the government and see how they're going to tackle this situation so that this can leave our country.
Thank you very much, sir.
Yeah.
Your name once again,
My name is TD Elijah.
Thank you very much, sir.
Okay.
Thank you very much. Can we meet you?
My name is Olatunji Mariam. Olatunji Mariam.
Can you tell us, the federal government is planning to lock down the second phase. How do you think the thing will affect Nigeria, the masses?
The thing is going to affect Nigeria in many ways. Let's just assume people that are doing their businesses, they won't be able to make their earnings again. People that are going to school, they won't be able to go to school again. And people that are working as a government officials, most of them do not depend on their salary. They have some other means of earning their way. So it's going to affect Nigeria in many ways.
Now that the federal government is planning a resumption of schools, do you think the thing will affect the students, or it's like you don't believe there is coronavirus?
If there is coronavirus, at least I would have seen one person. Me personally, I've not seen one, and I've not heard that this person knows about one person that have it. So me, I didn't believe in it.
So what is your take on this resumption of schools?
Students should go to school now.
Students should go to school.
They should go to school. They should resume their school.
Why?
Because me, I didn't believe in anything called coronavirus.
Thank you very much.
All right.
Okay.
Your name?
My name is Eva Joseph Okun.
What do you do for a living?
I'm a fashion designer.
Fashion designer.
Yes.
Federal government is planning of locking down the whole entire Nigeria now. What do you think? How does it affect the masses?
It affects Nigerians a lot because in a previous lockdown that happens, and after the lockdown, what are the government thinking of? We should, when we are planning of this lockdown, firstly we have to think about the income of people, the income that people made after lockdown. Because if you are planning now, okay, let me say if a businessman that was making 5 million before lockdown, and look at everything is changing, and you can't even make up to 5 million if you are a businessman. You see, you end up seeing yourself you are making up the only 2 million out of before. Please, I'm not, to my own opinion, I don't think that government should bring they should bring the idea of second lockdown, because it's affecting a lot of people. Like now, okay, now I was doing a business. Okay, let me go into my business I'm doing now, my fashion designing work. And during the lockdown, okay, the only thing we were just sewing was we only sewing face mask. A lot of customers were complaining there is no money to come and sew, and it's affecting us. Okay, after the lockdown, the second lockdown, won't we pay for her house rent? Won't we pay for the water bill? Won't we pay for the light bill? All these things, these are the things you need to think. Won't we eat? And before you know, people, last time I heard people were going out, they were saying there is no food, and when we are thinking about ourselves that we are staying in the central area, what about people that are staying in the village, that they couldn't have, they don't have money to afford to buy food for their family? And all these things, the government should think about it. If you are not thinking about you're not thinking about other people. You should think about the less privileged that are there, that they couldn't even have money to they couldn't even have money to buy food, not just a day meal for themselves. And after the lockdown, we are trying to see how we can grow. And then government are thinking of second lockdown. What do they want us to do?
Thank you very much. Lastly, before you go, you said the students will resume.
Okay.
What do you think, and what is your own take?
My own advice is that if the students want, because I know during the lockdown, a lot of people were doing online examination that really helps a lot of students to promote to their different classes. So for my own opinion, I'm not in the support of government saying students should sit back, because they said education is the best. Now, if you cannot afford to have any business, say you go to school, you cannot have good qualification. If you have a good qualification, you can do a work that is going to give you good salary and able to take care of your home. And every day by day, we are staying at home, and you become lazy. I know, yes, you have to do business, but school, yes, school is by side. So I will say that government should allow the students to resume school on Monday, January. Sorry.
Thank you very much.
All right.
Your name again?
Eva Joseph Okun.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, you've heard people out on the streets what they have to say, but it still remains another set of people, tailors, people that are doing handwork. Do you want to hear what they have to say? Join me as we go down to meet some of our people. But subscribe to our YouTube, GTV Africa, and on our Facebook, follow us on Facebook, GTV Africa Services. Your subscription is very important to us. I'm Bemiga Olamiko.
My name is Justice Danladi Ametelo, as you can see.
As we can see, the federal government is planning to lock down the country again. What is your own view about the locking down?
Locking down the country again, honestly, it won't be a good one. The first one was very unfortunate. I can boldly say every Nigerian suffered it. We suffered business-wise, even financially, and now they want to lock it down again. I don't think it's a good idea, because as it stands, everybody is suffering. And we are entering the month of January. If they lock it down again, how do they expect Nigerians to fare? How do they expect us to cope with the situation? No money, and everywhere is just locked. Come on, it's just unfair.
Now that they said the student to resume to school, how did you feel about the resumption of school now?
It's a welcome idea. Personally, I feel happy for the student. I happen to be one. But with this situation, the lockdown is coming again. I think the whole thing will destroy the educational sector, the educational standard of Nigeria. Even though we actually know that the standard has fallen already, we're trying to see that the people that are involved are trying to see that the educational standard now is better. So I don't think it's a good idea if the lockdown will come back and the students are asked to resume again. So it will really affect them. It will affect us all.
Thank you very much. Once again, before we go, how does it affect you as a tailor?
Very much. I can't come out to work. Even if I happen to get a chance to come out as I did, the customers are not there to collect it. They will not even pay your money, and you still have to do the work. Everywhere is just the situation is very bad, honestly, I must confess. You cannot come out and work, you cannot get your pay again, and you cannot still afford some of the necessities of life. Water is very difficult, food, it was very bad. I can't imagine another lockdown, how we're going to survive again. I don't know, but we shall live by grace. That's it.
Your name once again?
Justice. I'm honored. Thank you.
Set to do push do my friend. Okay, 1-5. Okay, so we over around stand up.
Wait on, okay. Can we meet you?
Okay, my name is Udo Enoch. Yeah, Udo Enoch.
Sorry, can you tell us, the second phase of lockdown is coming now. So, what is your own opinion? How do you feel about it? And how do you think it will affect your own personal business? The first one, how it's...
Yeah, because this is going to be the second experience of lockdown, of this COVID-19 lockdown. So, and it really affects a lot of people in this country. A lot of people, you understand? So, for me, the second wave of this lockdown is going to be a similar experience to what has come before. So I think there is nothing different And it's going. I think even this period is going to be more critical, because I believe a lot of people are not aware. This second wave of this lockdown will take some people unaware, because most people have traveled during this festive period, and it is believed that they have spent a lot of money. You understand? So now coming back to their normal business base to continue their normal business or normal means of survival, and then now have to face another lockdown, I think is not going to be is going to be very, very critical on most lives of Nigerian citizens.
Resumption of schools. What is your own take on this?
In the case of students who are studying, I think they have lacked a lot in their studies. You understand? Like on some tertiary, I don't know about tertiary institute, but my experience on secondary level of education, I think I think a lot of they will really lack. You understand? Because they might not have the chance to cover up their school curriculum. What they have to meet up. So most of them are even going for some external exams. You understand? So I don't see the possibility of doing good. You understand? On that very exam. That kind of a thing. So I think the resumption, if I can urge the federal government to just set out means whereby students can still be going to school, but on some certain with some certain procedures that may help or enable to reduce the rate of coronavirus or anything like that.
Once again, can we know your name, please?
My name is Udo Enoch.